What is the firewall? Now, a firewall is a system that is designed to prevent unauthorized access from entering a private network by filtering the information that comes in from the internet. A firewall blocks unwanted traffic and permits wanted traffics. So, a firewall purpose is to create a safety barrier between a private network and the public internet because out on the internet there are always going to be a hacker and malicious traffic that may try to penetrate into a private network to cause harm. And a firewall is main component on the network to prevent this. And a firewall is especially important to a large organization that has a lot of computers and servers in them. Because you don't want all those devices accessible to everyone on the internet, where a hacker can come in and totally disrupt that organization. So that's why you need a firewall to protect them. So a firewall that's used in computer network is very similar to how a firewall works in a building structure. In fact, that is very where the word firewall came from. A firewall is a building structure provides a barrier so that in the event of an actual fire on either side of the building, the firewall is there to keep the fire contained and to keep it from spreading over to the other side. So the firewall is there to keep the fire from destroying the entire building. But if the firewall wasn't here, the fire would spread over to the other side and the whole building would be destroyed. And a network firewall works in a similar way as a structured firewall. It stops harmful activity before it can spread into the other side of the firewall and cause harm to a private network. So in today's high-tech world, a firewall is essentially to every home and especially in a business or an organization to keep their network safe. Now a firewall works by filtering the incoming network data and determines by its rules if it's allowed to enter a network. And these rules are also known as an access control list. The rules are customizable and are determined by the network administrators. The administrator decides not only what can enter a network but also what can leave a network. So these rules either allows or denies permission. Now, firewall don't just make rules based on IP address, but they can also make rules based on domain names, protocols, programs, ports and keyboards. In the later version of Microsoft operating system comes pre-packed with a host-based firewall, and there are also third-party host-based firewalls that can be purchased and installed on a computer. So for example, Zone Alarm, which is a popular third-party host-based firewall, and also a lot of antivirus programs will have a built-in host-based firewall. And another type of firewall is called a network-based firewall. A network-based firewall is a combination of hardware and software, and it operates at the network layer, and it is placed between a private network and the public internet. But unlike a host based firewall where it only protects the computer, a network based firewall protects the entire network, and it does this through management rules that are applied to the entire network so that any harmful activity can be stopped before it reaches the computer. Now, network-based firewall can be a standalone product which is mainly used by large organizations, and they can also be as a built-in component of a router, which is what a lot of similar organizations really rely on, or they can also be deployed in a servers providers, service providers, cloud infrastructure. Now, a lot of organizations will use both network-based and host-based firewalls. They will be used a network-based firewall to protect the entire network as a whole, and they will also use host-based firewall for their individual protection for their computer and servers. and by doing this it will be ensure maximum protections because it harmful data just on happens to get past the network firewall. The host based firewalls on which computers will be there to stop it.